You are what? Okay. All right. Good. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. And good evening, everyone.
How was your day, sir? Thank you so much for coming over. Thank you for answering to our call. All right. So, can we know you better, sir?
Okay, yeah, good one. I want to believe Tuluwa knows this. So, if you're asking to know me better, I want to believe that's for others. So, my name is Victor Markson, and I'm the high ticket closer. I'm the high ticket closing coach. I train thousands of businesses, persons, individuals, corporate organizations to sell and close deals better. So if you want to sell, you want to close deals better, I think we should be talking to each other. I think you should be my friend, and I think we should have something to do with each other. So for tonight,
Wow.
I would be here specifically to help designers like you listening right now.
Wow. I really hope a lot of us would like to have your contact after this class so that we can connect and know more about you. All right. So, Mr. Victor Maxine, so let's get it straight into this. A designer walked up to me some months ago and he said he he doesn't know the best way to talk about himself because he said he believes that designers talking about themselves like I make logos and flyer is not professional, but he wants a better way to talk about
Mm.
himself and he just couldn't think of something. What advice
Mm.
can you give that person?
That's a very good question. You see, introducing yourself is one key to getting a business. Talking about yourself is one way to getting a business. Fine, I know. Majority of the decisions people make is what people say about. Right. People don't care about what you say about
Mm,
yourself. They care about what people say about you. But you must have something to say about yourself, which the other person would believe. And it is best to show forth yourself as someone who have helped people, right? Who have
okay,
helped people. People respect people who have helped people. Let me give you an example
okay.
very quickly. People respect people who are called volunteers. Like I've
Mm,
volunteered for this brand. When you mention this particular brand, I've volunteered for this brand. I've been here, I've been there. So don't just say I make logos. You want to build up stuff like what we call portfolios. So let me give you an example. If somebody like let me use me as an example. If somebody like Victor Maxon is the top expert in your niche, who you want to sell to. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're helping. Remember, you're not selling, you're helping. You're helping people in the sales niche. You're helping them design, and you're charging them to do that or whatever it is. You're helping people in the sales niche do designs, do their logos. So you want to say something like this: I help sales coaches, sales experts, influencers design their flyers to make sure their audience convert, to make sure their
wow.
cold audience convert and all that. So you can also go ahead to giving examples of calling influencers in your niche. So if Victor Maxine is an influencer in your niche, you want to say, and please be truthful here. I volunteers for the brand Victor Maxine. You could bring out your flyer that you've designed for Victor Maxine and say, I designed this flyer, and with this flyer, Victor Maxine got XYZ result. Wow, that's amazing. You know what people buy? People don't buy the TikTok you're talking about. People care about the
Mm,
results. They're going to say, I know the Maxon. Remember, I said something. They must. The person you're introducing yourself to must know this person you're giving an example of. So if it is
oh,
someone like Tony Melu, you want to say something like that. You want to say, okay, I help the brand UBA. Give examples. Give something. Just design stuff, and then use that as
mm,
level. Is this clear enough? Please?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I'm not
Yes,
just
sir. That
giving
is
you, I'm not
clean.
just giving you, yeah, thank you. I'm not just giving you just the pitch. If I just give you a pitch, probably it might work for some set of persons. Many persons are into different niches. So I'm just giving you an overview of it. You listening to me right now. I've given you an overview of this to really understand that, okay, irrespective of where I'm pitching myself, irrespective of what brand I'm pitching myself to, I want to figure out who the influencer in that brand is. And see,
Okay.
let me give you a big tip many people don't know. And this would set up your game for this will set you up for success. Big success, not small success here. And you'll be beating down many graphic designers. Vol- uh, you have heard many times volunteer, volunteer, volunteer. Please don't volunteer for the small fishes. Don't do it. Volunteer for the big fish. When you volunteer for the big fish, just get them recommend you, just get them talk about you, get them to write a little review about you. Go sell that
Oh,
review. You're gonna sell. You're gonna sell.
wow.
Let me stop there.
Wow.
Please.
Wow. Okay. So to some people might want to think that volunteering for big like big fish, like you say, some people might think
Hmm.
it is the same as doing free job. What do you think?
Okay. All right. I'm gonna just rephrase something I heard from someone. You know, many people are just in this crappy habit of doing free job, free job, free job. Please, free job is not volunteering. Do you know you can volunteer and still get paid? I don't know why people are custom
Hmm.
volunteering with free job. You can volunteer and get paid. Volunteer. You see, I tell people that help does not mean free. Help
Yes,
does
sir.
not mean help. You see,
Does not mean
many
it
people
should
think,
be
okay,
free.
what they exactly when they hear help, they think it's free. So if I tell you how I will help you design, does not mean it's free. So please volunteer. Let me remove that mindset from a lot of persons. Volunteering does not mean free, right? So you can volunteer to an extent whereby you know, okay, at this point you started. So you can say, okay, I'm going to design your first flyer for you, but I want to work it on a result based. I want it to be result based. It's gonna be free first. If it does not give you results, don't pay me. If it gives you results, here's my price.
Hmm.
Do you go for that? Definitely, they are gonna go for that
Definitely.
because people love
Definitely.
results. People don't care about what you say, right? So so you listening to me volunteering when please volunteer, do volunteer. But then when you are volunteering, you want to know, okay, what is in it for me? And communicate it clearly. Don't go around the corner, don't beat around the bush, don't probably eye crappily, okay, I'll just be here until they find me. Nobody's gonna find me that way. Nobody's gonna find me that way. Right? There are a lot of
Okay,
persons
thank
like
you.
this. So, yeah, yeah, please
Thank
go
you
ahead.
so much.
You're
Thank you so much
welcome.
for that, sir. So, what do you think is best for a designer to be good or to know how to actually put out or showcase their skill? Do you think it is best for a designer to master their skill or to be able to sell their skill effectively?
Oh, good question, my dear. There's one thing I say. It might not be this might not be for everybody, but then it should be for someone who is broke.
Hmm.
You're just starting out. You're a newbie. You're finding your ground. And then rather than concentrate on being good, because see, there's something about good. Many people think they can get good in 6 months. That's a lie. You
Whoa,
can only get better in 6 months. You can't get like
good.
you see. There is no destination. There
Hmm.
is only there's only a road that keeps yeah. There's only a road. There's only a track, and this track says go 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 go. So there's always an opportunity to once you get to this place, there's still an opportunity to get better. So don't wait till you go good. Don't wait you're the greatest. Don't wait for that. The one thing you want to do that's the most powerful thing to do is to learn how to sell. If you want to talk about being good, it will take you about 10 to 15 years to do that. It takes you
To be
about
good.
over 10,000 hours. Yes, to be good. 10,000 hours. Almost 10 to 15 years to be good. You don't want,
Wow.
if you wait for that, the question is, you'll be broke. Can you afford the bill? You can't.
Mm.
You want to design, whatever it is you're using to design, you want to get ideas. You can't just hide in your shell. You need data to work out of your room in your mind, right? To see other designers doing stuff. So where exactly do you find the view when you're just only concentrating on being good, but then nobody's paying you? Remember, I said this is not for everybody. If your father is
Wow.
rich, you can concentrate on being good. But then if you're broke like me, if you're broke like me, or like I was,
Wow.
my friend, go and learn how to sell. Learn how to sell.
Wow. Wow. Okay, Mr. Victor Maxine, when you were
Yes.
telling us about how to talk about yourself, you said we
Mm-hmm.
should volunteer. How best do you think
Mm.
we can approach anyone that we want to volunteer to?
Okay, very good one. Very good one. All right. So there is this phenomenon I always see and say, although I think I've gotten to an extent whereby I've got volunteers in their numbers. Like I've gotten, I get, and I still get, and I don't believe run out of volunteers. Even till yesterday or till today, I got someone who said I want to volunteer for you. But all those stuffs are good. But the best way to get selected is, okay, let's pretend you're a graphic designer and you see a design by me. The normal crappy person, guess what they do? Here's exactly what they do. They come and
Yes,
tell
sir.
you, sir, your design is not fine. I can do something better. Crap. It's a big crap. It's a big crap. Why don't you shut your mouth?
Mm.
Redesign that flyer and say something like, "Sir, I did this. Can you use this? Test it out. Tell me the result of it. And let me by myself tell you, man, I think this is better." And instead of
Whoa.
you want to volunteer for me, I'll just say, "Man, can you work on my team? Can you work with me?" So rather than I want to push this into something. Rather than reaching people, please come and mentor
Mm.
me. That way you're just come inside my mentor. All right. So rather than telling people I want to
So
work
that
with
means you
some
can
people,
just
it's just you you can get yourself working in a team just like that.
mm, that means you can
You
just
can get yourself
position
on
yourself
top
for the mentorship.
perfectly. The right word is position, yes. So
Mm.
rather than just tell people, don't tell people, just show them, my friend. Showing is powerful, more powerful than telling.
Showing is more powerful than telling.
Yes, showing is more powerful than telling.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Victor Maxine. Mr. Victor
You're
Maxine,
welcome.
there was a day I was going through some people's status, and then I got to a
Mm-hmm.
designer friend, and he said, I don't need to shout about myself because my work will speak for me. What do you have to say
Mm.
to this person? Because I know a lot of other designers does that too. They'll say their work will speak for them. What? Do you have to say to them,
Okay, before your word speaks for you, my dear, you have got to be good at marketing.
sir?
Before your work speaks for you, you've got to be very, very good at marketing. If you're bad at marketing and you're a good designer or a better designer, better than the rest, better than the best, my friend, if nobody knows you, nobody's going to buy from you, right?
Whoa.
So people would prefer to, I think that like you can see, Xiaomi, am I right? Xiaomi changed their logo recently. You can
Mm.
imagine how much they paid the designer. Okay, let's
Wow.
not even go far. Let's talk about MTN logo. You can see how it
Yes,
was
sir.
changed. Just
Yes,
one
sir.
simple design. You can imagine
Yes,
but
yes.
how much was spent to the designer? How much was paid to that designer? You have an idea?
Wow. That's a
If you
lot.
don't have an idea, please go do the research. Go do the research. It was in millions of naira,
Wow.
millions of naira. So that person, his work is speaking for him. But he has positioned himself, and I guess
Hmm.
he's a beautiful marketer because you can't do that job without someone talking about you. This is not only you talking about yourself. First of all, he has positioned himself one, probably he showed himself with results, and secondly, he has gotten people talk about him because these things happen through recommendations and it happens through results others people see. Is this better understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Vitimaxin. Mr. Vitimaxin, what would you advise a a designer that sees himself to have gotten to a good extent and want to increase his price, but is scared of the kind of people that is still around him? I don't know if you understand my question, sir.
Okay, let me answer it to the best of my understanding. So in case I'm diverting or probably that's not it,
Okay, sir.
you pull me back to your question. So to my best
Okay.
of knowledge about your question, for someone who you said something like for someone who is good and wants to increase his price, am I right? But
Yes,
is
sir.
not but cannot because of the people around him,
Mm.
right? Okay, now that
Yes,
is
sir.
a very strict question in the sense that you understand who are around you. The question is who is your customer. So
Mm.
you cannot have a you cannot have a 2,000 customer and you're like 2,000 naira customer and you're selling them a 20,000 naira product. They're not going to buy. They're not. So
Wow.
and this is it here. Don't sell a 2,000 naira product don't sell a 2,000 naira product to a 20,000 naira customer, and don't sell a 20,000 naira product to a 2,000 naira customer. Both of them are not going to buy. So one is going to look at you as cheap. One is going to look at you as too expensive. You want to know who are
Wow.
your customers. Always know who are your customers. Now imagine, let's pretend the person who designed MTN reached out to MTN company is a company in millions and billions of naira.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm very
Definitely.
certain they're not just only in millions of naira, they're also in billions of dollars,
Of
right?
dollars as
Because
well.
yes,
Yes.
exactly. Now imagine you reach out to that company and you tell them I want to design a logo for 20,000 naira. They're gonna look at you and say, my friend, you don't know what you're talking about. Right?
Mm.
So don't
Yes.
also sell a 20,000 naira product to a 2 million naira customer, a 20 million naira customer. Sell a 20 million naira product to a 20 million naira customer. So understand first
Mm.
who are your customers? Who do I always want to relate with? Who do I want buying my product? So if you're surrounded currently with customers who are not where you want where you want to be or where you want to who you want to sell to, my friend,
Mm.
change your traffic generation model. It
Mm.
probably you
Change
have
your
been
traffic
attracting low
generation
ticket
model.
clients perfectly. It probably you have
Mm.
been attracting low ticket clients, then there's a reason why you're attracting low ticket clients. Probably you're
Wow.
talking like them because first of all you've got to talk like them, you've got to act like them for that to happen. So you want to understand how exactly are the big boys acting because you want to increase your price, then you have to go have interactions with the big boys. What exactly are the big boys? What's the conversation they're having? I want to know about it and just go have those kind of conversations. Where are those who need my services? Where are they hanging around? So you cannot be
Mm.
on probably on WhatsApp and you're pursuing coaches who are doing 1K classes and you're telling
Wow.
them your design is 2 million. My dear, nobody's gonna buy from you.
Nobody's gonna
Right?
buy, definitely.
Exactly, because those people they are broke. They are broke. They are broke, right? So you
Wow,
want
that
to
that that
understand.
actually that actually
Yeah, please
answers
go
the
ahead.
question.
All
Yeah,
right.
that actually answers
Mhm.
the question. All right. So this question I want to ask is a little bit related to that one. Do you think it is of do you think it is of the best interest to to bring down my price. If okay, let's say a customer walks up to me and I
Mhm.
said, okay, can you hear me, sir?
Yes. Please go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, okay. Let's say a customer walks up to me and I said, my price is so, and the customer is like, this price is too high, this and that. Can you bring it down? We are going to be having a lot of jobs to do together. I'm going to be working with you for a long time. Do you think it is of the
Mhm.
best interest to beat down your price because of that?
Okay. From years of experience, I would say no. Don't reduce your price to make a sale. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't try it. And here's why. If you reduce your price to make a sale, the prospect would look at
Mm,
you knowing you are not to be trusted. Let me give you an
mm,
example. Let's take you back to the market scenario. Think about it. How you followed your mom to the market and your mom first priced the product. Probably she wanted to get the shoes for you. And
I
the
think
man said 7,000. Your mom
moms are
said,
good at that.
Abi. And the man said,
Moms are good at
Madam,
that.
pay 5,000. Right? And the man said, your mom said 5,000. The man said, Madam, oh yeah, pay 5,500. If the man says, Madam, pay five, he said 7,000 at first. He said 7,000. And then your mom says
Yes.
5,000. He
Yes.
then says, Madam, pay 5,500. You know what? If he has said, Madam, pay 5,500, your mom will do something. Your mom will not stop there to carry the money and give you. Your mom already knows he's lying.
Yeah.
That the product was not even 7,000,
Yes.
neither was is it 5,500. So she's gonna do something. I'm on a
Five
two
five.
five I
Yes.
get. To tell you, to tell you, exactly right. She tell the woman now 2,500 I get. If you collect, she will now do as if she's going. If the man
Mm.
say, I'm not selling, she will not do as if she's going. She will not come back. You know, go collect 3,000, and then you're gonna see something. The person is just gonna give in. You know what exactly is happening there? This is exactly what happened.
Mm.
Assuming he stood on his 7,000, whether your mom goes forward, does as if she's going,
Oh
and tries
God.
to look back to see if this one is calling him or not.
Mm.
If if she goes and she see this man is not calling, she's gonna definitely come back, swallow her pride, and say, please,
Mm.
Oga, you know what? See here, yeah, please, I
Mm.
have 6,000, I have 6,500. They say, Madam, sorry, now 7,000. Your mom is going to
Wow.
definitely believe that tree is 7,000. Now, this same thing applies to your design. Your
Mm.
prospects are intentionally charging you low. They are intentionally doing that.
Mm.
This is called, will I call it the African mentality? And Africans mostly do it, especially Nigerians. So you
Yes,
give them
sir.
a price, the first thing that comes to their mind is to charge it down, to beat it down, and but they are waiting for you to fall. So rather than do that, here's exactly what I recommend: stand on your price,
Mm.
stand on your price, stand on your price,
Yes,
but
sir.
don't be too rigid. Do something like this: create options. Don't just sell only one product. Create options. Have options of products. So you want to say something like, sorry, that's my price. But
Mm.
in case you cannot afford that, there are other options for you. So if I'm selling a product of 2 million naira and you can't afford that, then probably you might want to, probably your budget might afford something of 200,000. If that works for you, amazing, go ahead. But it won't cost me
Wow.
to change my price of 2 million naira for you. It's just me giving you options. Okay. Um, okay, I'm giving you options like I would help you make a design, I will help you also make a logo, I would help you beautify your pages, we'll make reels for you. So you want to give those kind of offers. So if that offer you can give, okay, for that I'm going to charge you $1,000 to have all this. But this one, you also want the one whereby I only give you a logo. For only a logo, I'll give you $500. Is that okay by you? and they are just going to
Wow.
compare by themselves. Allow them do the
Mm.
comparison by themselves. Let them know
Comparing.
which one works for them. Do you understand? Let them know which one works for
Yes,
them,
sir.
and based on their pocket, based on what they have, they're just going to buy what they have. So I said something like this. I said something like this today. If you're not following me on Twitter, probably you want to check me out on Twitter. And I believe when you go there, you just stay there. Right?
Mm.
So
That's
now
true.
this right. So this is it. I said when pain is present, closing is inevitable. People hate pain.
Mm.
When pain is present, closing is inevitable. Now, why exactly do I say that? So if getting a logo would not give them the result they want, that's a pain to them. So they are just going to
Mm.
struggle to make sure that they find the money whereby you get a logo, they get graphics, they get management, and they're just
Yes.
going to get
The
everything from you.
branding, the
But then
branding
you
and
have
all.
perfectly. So when you give people those kind of options, it helps closing become easier. So I say something like this also,
Mm.
which will be helpful to you. Options makes closing easier. Options
Wow.
makes
Make
closing
closing
easier. Yeah,
easier. Wow.
perfectly. So
Wow.
okay,
Thank you so
let me
much.
quickly sorry.
Go
Let
on,
me
sir.
give you
Go
a
on, sir.
scenario. Okay, let me give you a scenario. So remember I gave you the example of how your mom goes to the market and prices
Yes, sir.
a shoe. Okay, good. Now, what if that person had said, okay, madam, see this shoe now 7,000, but another shoe day now 5,000. If you take am, but this
Mm.
shoe now 7,000, you would see that psychologically, your mom would feel the 7,000 naira one is better.
Mm.
So don't reduce your
Mm.
price. Rather have options and have it
Have
low.
options.
But then yes, and help them see that the ones you're selling higher is better. So
Mm.
irrespective, so one thing you're doing is you're placing yourself to sell high and never come down. But then you are also making sure that you don't lose that customer. So if you cannot afford a million, at least you can afford 200,000. But you definitely will know in your mind that this guy's 1 million product is available. And I know it's a great product and I know I need it. So another beautiful thing can also happen here. I don't know why I'm saying all this, but let me help you guys. Another beautiful thing
Wow.
can also
Thank you,
happen
sir.
here. You're welcome. Another beautiful thing can also happen here. If they buy low and they see that you are very good, that product is very good, they will definitely come up to buy higher. That is
Mm.
50% of customers always buy again. 50% of customers always buy again. Let me give you an example. Uh, if I'm selling any low ticket product to you, that's just to set you up to buy a higher one. The
Mm.
moment you buy low, you will come up to buy high. Because there you have tasted me and man, you already understand, man, is something else. It's just like the free stuff. So you're in a meeting with me like this and you hear me say this for free to you, and then you're like, wow, who is this? I think I need to connect to him. One way or the other way, you get connected and you start seeing, man, this guy is so valuable, give it free things. How will his paid stuff be like? So that's exactly how they think. Wow, this is stuff is 200,000.
Whoa.
How then would his 2 million naira product be like? I need to get it. Boom. Yes,
Products
that's what we
multiply.
call upsell, right?
Mm.
Upsell. I hope that
Wow.
question is duly
Upsell.
answered. Yes, upsell.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Duly answered. Thank you so much for your time with us, Mr. Victimasi. Guys, I really hope you are learning and all. This is Mr. Victimasi. Allow me to do this, sir. Allow me to do this. This is Mr. Victimasi. Is is the lead instructor in the Academy of Closing. He has helped thousands of business people scale better. He's a closer. He's currently running a program, and the program is called Positioning for Profit. I think he has started since January or so, and then there has been massive testimony, guys. You really need, I'm recommending the class for you. You really need to take it. Positioning for Profit. You can follow him on Twitter as Victor Maxine. He's on LinkedIn. is on Instagram and on Facebook as Victory Markson. Ensure you follow him. And if you follow him on Twitter, like he said, you just stay there. You will definitely stay there. All right. So, Mr. Victory Markson, we have one more question to go before we close this session.
Yes,
So
please.
here's the question. A lot of people say graphic design is not appreciated in Nigeria. I've been in a group where people say that you cannot make a logo for somebody at 200 million in Nigeria. That if you could make a logo for somebody at that price, then that person must be somebody from overseas. How true is that, sir?
Okay, first of all, I'll just say that's a very big lie. The thing is, we have got folks who are lazy, one. We have got folks who don't know marketing, two. And we've got folks who are not ready to discover where the ideal customers are. I'm going to make it clear
Mm,
to you that there are customers in Nigeria who sleep in hotels for $1,000 per night.
mm.
I don't know if
For
you
a
know about that.
thousand dollars
There
per
are
night.
customers
Wow.
per night just to sleep. So think about it. Think about someone who goes the length of spending $1,000 per night. Won't that person release money for the progress of his business? Of course, we
Mm,
all know the answer is yes,
yes.
right? So when I hear people say stuff like, and there's nobody that will pay me $1,000 to design, the thing is, they are only overseas. That's just a very big lie. That's a very big lie. My dear, there are customers in Nigeria. Let me tell you
Mm,
something. The complaints you are having, other niches are also having it. Other niches also complain, make those
whoa.
kind of complaints, right? Okay, let me give you a very brief tip here. Let me tell you how this is so powerful that you don't know about. You're a designer. I'm not a designer. Listen to me. Yeah. You're a designer, but I'm not
Yes,
a
yes.
designer. But
Yeah.
then I make money on design.
Mm.
You don't get it.
How?
I
How?
make money.
How,
I make
sir?
money on. Okay, good question, and I love that question. Let me answer. Now, I'm not a designer, but people walk up to my page and they just love how my page is, and they see it, man. This is beautiful. I love how you're teaching sales. Fine, you're not teaching us to. I'm not seeing myself teaching branding before, but people come to me and they say, "Victory, I love your branding. Can you help me do this?" I said, "Okay, perfect, awesome, amazing." So here's exactly what I do. I reach out to experts in that niche
Mm.
and tell them, okay, I want you to do this for me. I don't know how to design, but you don't even know how to get the job. So I'm gonna bring the job to you. I'm a salesman. I'm gonna bring the job to you. So here's exactly what would happen. This customer, I'm gonna charge this customer 10,000 naira per flyer. Ten
Wow.
thousand naira per flyer. But I want you to design this flyer. How much would you design? You tell me, well, I'll design it for you for 5,000 naira. I said, amazing. I never told you how much they paid me, but your charge probably is 5,000 naira per flyer. Think about this. And I tell you, okay, and we do for the client, want to do for the client 20 design in 30 days. So 20 designs. So for each design, the customer will pay 10,000 naira for it. Now for 20
Wow.
designs, that's how much?
That's 200.
That's 200,000. Now, see exactly what I do with designers. Without being a designer, I can also make six figures from graphic design. Let me explain to you
Mm.
this way. So the designer does it, and I tell the designer, man, sit down here. I've got job for you, and I want you to concentrate on this. Do 20 flyers for me. Do it like this, and get it. Just communicate this to the audience, and it does it for me. 5,000 naira per design, and it does 20. You know how much I'm going to pay this designer?
100.
100K, and I'm going to collect 100K for doing nothing.
Whoa. Wow. Wow.
That way, I'm a six-figure earner. Now think about it. What if I do this to 10 companies?
Mm.
I'm a seven-figure earner, and I'm not a designer.
Wow. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Victor Maxine. Thank you for your
You're
time.
welcome.
We really appreciate this. One more question before we go, Mr. Victor Maxine. Please permit me to ask
Okay.
this question, sir.
Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. A lot of designers, a lot of designers complain that graphic design is a saturated field.
Mm.
That everybody wants to design, everybody knows how to design. That's why they are not making sales because there is a lot of designers already. What do you think, sir?
Move. Okay. Like I said to the previous question, those ones also that one also is a lie, right?
Yes,
That
sir.
also like it's a very big lie. Now, reason is this. Sorry, Lil Fresh, can you mute yourself? Welcome, welcome, but please do something for mute yourself. Okay, thank you. Now,
Okay,
here's
guys, you're welcome.
exactly
Kindly mute yourself, please.
yeah. Now, here's exactly why that. Fine, I agree to that. Graphic design is almost a saturated niche, but then first understand who are your customers. Because now let me explain this to you. The niche is saturated, but the niche is saturated with confused people. Take that as a secret from me. I'll take that
Mm,
as a bonus for your business. The niche is
mm.
saturated, fine, all right, better, all right. Yes, it's saturated, but it is saturated with confused people. Give me 100 graphic designers, and I'm going to show you 80 of them who are confused. 80 is small, sir. 80 is small. Give me 100 graphic design. Out of every 100 graphic designers, 80 are confused. 80 don't know who to serve. 80 don't know who to help. 80 don't know, they just learn to the skill and they feel the skill is what is the end. So when
We
somebody
can't hear
says
you,
he has
sir.
learned graphic design, you say what? Is- Hello?
Okay, we can hear you now.
Okay. Okay, so sorry about that. So like I was saying, I said give me 80 graphic designers. Give me 100 graphic designers rather. And I'm going to show you 80 who are confused. Because
Hmm.
80 don't know who to serve. 80 don't know who to help. 80 don't know what they should be doing. They just feel they should jump into a 30 days challenge, a 375 days challenge, and
A
start
lot
to
of
design for
designers
people.
do
Very
that.
confused people,
A lot
right?
of
They are
designers
very
do that.
confused.
Hmm,
Perfectly because they are confused. Ah, everybody they do, I make I go do them.
hmm,
They are confused, confused people. That's right. Fine, all right. Well, all right. The niche is saturated. All right. But the niche is saturated with confused people. My friend,
to confuse people.
if you sit down to really understand who you should serve, you'll be coming out of that confused people. Many people, in fact, on this call, if you do a clarity session, if I start to ask questions, if I start to engage people, actually, who exactly should you be serving? Who are you serving right now? Who should you be serving? Many people don't know. That is the area of
Hmm,
confusion. And you just expect to
hmm,
make sales that way. You're not going to make sales because one day this guy is going to tell you, guy, they do design 1,000 and every day. Imagine you want to be getting daily alert as a graphic designer, and the only way you think to get daily alert is 1,000 naira every day. It's good though, it's good. But my friend, you collect 1,000 naira every day for 30 days. Me, I just need to collect $1,000 product, and you can't even compare it with your own from only one customer in 30 days. You see, you are. Did you understand this? Do you understand this at all? I think Tuluwa's mic is muted.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. We understand you.
Okay. Okay. Now this is it. You collect 1,000 naira from 30 clients. Me, I only collect $1,000 from one client. My friend, they are not the same.
Whoa.
You
Hmm.
have collected 30 stress. You have collected just from 30 people. They will stress
And
you.
you have
They will
just
give you
dealt with
deadlines.
one.
You have not even dealt with one. But me, I'll just
Hmm.
collect $1,000 job, and I will just go and face my life. And you cannot even compare your 30,000 naira with my $1,000. It's not
Hmm.
comparable.
You know something, Mr. Victory?
So, yes, please go ahead.
Low ticket clients are the most stressful. Oh God. Ha.
They broke the prospect, the more the
They are,
objections.
they are so stressful. Ha, and they will
Very well,
pay you. Wow.
very well.
Wow.
They'll call you by 5 a.m. In the midnight and tell you, have you designed my work for
Mm,
me?
yes, yes.
Submit
I need
it
it
by
before 7.
submit it by 6:20 a.m.
Hi, good. Wow, thank you so much, Mr. Victor Maxine. In fact, wow,
You're
wow,
welcome.
wow, wow, wow. I know people who joined must have really learned a lot. In fact, this learning here is inevitable. Is inevitable. Thank you so much for your time. I
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate you. Even in your busy schedule, you decided to create a time for us. It is highly appreciated. I pray God
You're welcome.
bless you abundantly, sir.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
All right.
Yes, sir. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. I see a lot of us came in quite late. It's fine. It's fine. So there is a recording for this class. So I want us to. I'm going to share it in the group. I'm going to share it in the group, and that is it. All right. So my name is Ilori Tolua. I'm a I'm a brand designer. I'm a brand designer. I've helped few businesses. I've helped them in getting their messages right in their business, and there have been testimonies from them. So I also help them communicate their brand intentions, because that is the most important thing, because it is not just enough for a brand to think. It is important for them also to be able to communicate their intentions. So with classes like this, I know a lot of us, this is how we actually grow in classes like this. I usually tell a lot of people that a lot of people take free classes for granted, but that's why some of them we have to pay through their nose to be able to get valuable things. Because if we don't value things like this, then we have to pay through our nose. And then I brought in somebody very important. Mr. Victor Maxine is a closer. When I bought one course, I bought a course from Mr. Victor Maxine. It is how to sell as a designer. That course changed my design business. I can boldly say it anywhere. That course changed my design business. And since then I can give all glory to God. So guys, let us embrace opportunities like this, because opportunities um are like doors, or let me say um they're like a stranger. If they knock and you don't welcome them in, that might be the last time you will see them. So let us be very careful. And then some of us claim that opportunities does not come to us. But the problem is that we don't have a door that the opportunity will knock on. So we need to build a door where the opportunity will eventually knock on. That is where the volunteer, when we talk about how to present yourself, Mr. Bismachi talked about volunteering, and hold I held on to that word. If I'm not taking anything home tonight, I'm definitely taking that. I'm definitely taking that home tonight. So I'm going to share Mr. Markson number on the group. Ensure you have his number, and then you guys are really going to love it. Thank you so much, Mr. Markson, again. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome, and you're all great. I celebrate you. Yes, thank you very much for having me. Also, Design Geek, you're all great. You guys go out and become great designers, and also not just designers, become great sales designers. I celebrate you. Good night. You're great.
Yes, sir.